In a world where the paranormal meets the preposterous, where ghostly whispers echo through the abandoned arcades, and every creaky floorboard might just be a clue, two bravish souls dare to investigate the mysteries no one else will touch.
Boo-Foons, Mystery Investigators.
Hey there, mystery lovers and mischief makers. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dan, together with the Boo-Foons Mystery Investigators, your guides through the weird, the wild, and the wonderfully unexplained.
Each week, we dive headfirst into bizarre tales, haunted happenings, and conspiracy theories so strange they'll make your nan's ghost stories sound like bedtime lullabies.
We're talking cursed vacuum cleaners, psychic pigeons, haunted theme parks, and maybe, just maybe, a few real clues along the way.
So grab your flashlights, your EMF detectors, and maybe a snack, because things are about to get weird.
This is the Boo-Foons Mystery Investigators, where the only thing scarier than the truth is how much fun we're having finding it. Welcome to the Boo-Foons Mystery Investigators. I'm Dan.
And I'm Steve.
And we're here with another mystery to investigate. And this week, I believe we're going to you, Steve. You've found a mystery.
Yes, we like this one. This is the Dybbuk box, which was the haunted wine cabinet from Oregon. Well, originally, I think it was from Spain, perhaps, or Germany, but it was bought in Oregon anyway. Do you know anything about the Dybbuk box, Dan? Have you heard of it before?
I have heard of the Dybbuk box, and I know that it's spun a few movies based around objects being possessed, and it all seems to have been started by the story of the Dybbuk box. But other than that, I know a little bit about what Dybbuks are, but I don't know much about the box, to be honest.
Okay, well, let's start with the box first. So the box, they say, is a haunted wine cabinet, apparently, and it contains the spirit of a Dybbuk, which is, a mischievous spirit from Jewish mythology, apparently. The term Dybbuk comes from the Hebrew word Dybbuk. Did you say it was?
It has links to...
Dybbuk.
So Dybbuk comes from the Hebrew word Dybbuk, meaning a case of attachment, which is the nominal form derived from the verb dabak, to adhere
Dybbuk.
or to cling.
Okay. I got a hairy Dybbuk. I need to shave that, but it's a bit hard. And
your hairy Dybbuk, that does make people cling to it.
Like Velcro.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. It's so fun when you get to your 50s, Dan. You've got that to look forward to in quite a few years. I'll probably be long dead by then. I'll be my own Dybbuk. Actually, I don't know if I could be a Dybbuk, but I'll cling to an object in your house. That could be quite entertaining. Don't know which object I'd cling to, but I probably wouldn't be your wine cabinet.
No, well, I don't have a wine cabinet. The wine cabinet is a shelf in my kitchen. So unless you wanted to be a shelf in a kitchen, then yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. I can't imagine any films made by Sam Raimi about the haunted shelf in a kitchen. But yes, sorry. Yes. Go back to what we're supposed to be talking about here. So apparently this box has a spirit that clings to it, and it's a let's have a think. I'm just trying to think of the best way to carry this on without it sounding too ridiculous, because obviously it's not a ridiculous thing. It's something that really happens. But the Dybbuk is basically a spirit who has unresolved issues, pretty much like any other spirit. Your poltergeist, your other headless horseman, your headless black lady, and the white shepherd, and the green goat, and all the other ones we're ever going to look at. They've all got unresolved issues, sins and traumas and unfinished business. But apparently it comes from the concept comes from the concept gained traction, should I say, in the 16th and 17th century in Eastern Europe, especially among Jewish mystics. So, yeah, that's. What do you think about mystics? Because all I can think of is Mystic Meg, and she wasn't very mystic.
Or
mystics.
The Brian Connolly version where he's Septic Peg.
Ah, yes. That's pretty more accurate, isn't it?
Well, the thing that always gets me with mystics is when they have an event and they're supposed to be somewhere at some point, and then they, over the top of the sign, says cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. It's like, well, hang on a minute. If you're a psychic, you're not a very good psychic if you knew that that event was going to be cancelled. Yeah. You know, I think, you know, if you think back to, you know, historic times before science was a real thing, then yeah, I can totally get that somebody that has seen clouds suddenly going grey, going, it's going to rain today, and then suddenly it's rained, and they've gone, they can predict the future.
Yeah.
I can understand that sort of thing, you know, but other than that, mystics, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a good career if you can get into it. Until people start burning you for witchcraft.
Yes.
So you don't want too many things to be accurate, I guess.
No.
Just loosely, you know, loosely right. But yeah, okay, go back to the box. So this particular box, this particular wine cabinet was bought in 2001 by, I can't remember his name now, Kevin Manis, who bought it at a yard sale in Portland, Oregon. Now, he was warned, and I guess this is how you get someone to buy something, that it was haunted and he must never open it. Now, I know when I've gone to B&Q and I've wanted to buy a new cabinet, the first thing I want to make sure it does is open, or I won't buy it. If somebody said, okay, you can buy this whole kitchen unit, it's going to cost you 15 grand, but don't open it because it's haunted. Honestly, I wouldn't buy it. So
yeah,
it's just,
unless you're Brian Hall, was it, in their Henrietta Nelson episode, who seemed to just buy everything.
Every haunted thing.
Yeah. All you had to say to him is, "This is haunted. Give me £1 million," and he was like, "Yep. Here, take all my money."
Yeah, which is pretty much what happened to this box, because Zach Baggins, he bought it for his museum, his ghost museum in Las Vegas. So eventually it ended up in a museum from somebody who spends a fortune buying these things, these cursed objects. But anyway, this box had a chilling. Okay, I'm not saying chilling because it was chilling. I mean, even if it's made up, it's still chilling. Backstory involving Holocaust survivors and paranormal phenomenon. It was basically, there was a Holocaust survivor who had the box, and it was one of the 3 items they took from Germany or Poland, I didn't say, to Spain. And then from Spain, when they emigrated to the US, they took the box with them. And it was only one of 3 possessions that they actually owned. When the owner died, the daughter decided to sell the box with the warning that it should never be opened. And Kevin Manis found it, loved the story, bought the box, took it home. And he said that it caused nightmares when he had it. He had it in the house. It caused him nightmares. The bad things started to happen. Family had strokes. They had the strange smell like a rotting cat, urine and jasmine. He could smell all these smells in the house. So really weird things were happening, and happening to a point. I think that he had various members of the family fall ill. Younger people had strokes and got very sick. He then decided to list it on eBay to get rid of it, because it was too much bad luck for him. But he made sure that he actually gave all the information that it was a haunted box and it's caused all this bad luck in his house, and then listed on eBay and then sold it. Now, I don't know if you want to, I could probably do a quick look here to see how much the box was sold for. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How much was that sold for? Can you hear me tapping?
No, but I while you are searching for that, I guess as we're talking about a Dybbuk box, it's probably worth talking about what a Dybbuk is within
Mm.
Jewish sort of mythology, because it's a because that itself has a bit of an interesting story around it. Um, so it's a malicious possessing spirit believed to be the disassociated soul of a dead person. It apparently leaves the host body once it has accomplished its goal, sometimes after being exorcised. However, although the term appears in 16th century writings, it wasn't really known about or spoken about until about the 1920s, when a play called The Dybbuk was released. And then suddenly people started talking about it. But according to the Jewish mythology, a Dybbuk is a male spirit because women cannot become a Dybbuk because their souls do not participate in Gilgul, which Gilgul is the reincarnation in Judaism. And then it goes on to then say, sometimes these spirits were said to possess a woman on the evening of her wedding, typically in a sexual fashion, by entering the woman through their vaginas. However, men and boys are sometimes possessed as well.
Where do they enter them through?
I don't know.
I honestly thought you were going to say women couldn't be Dybbuks because they have no souls. That's what I thought you were going to say, Dan. I don't know why I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's
women don't have souls. They couldn't possibly be a Dybbuk. But I'm just worried where they'd enter boys and men from. Especially, does it say for that's in a sexual nature as well, or just a friendly platonic nature?
Well, the whole sexual thing seems to suggest that in traditional Jewish communities, the concept of the Dybbuk is served as a socially acceptable way of expressing unacceptable urges, including and especially those of a sexual nature. And apparently you can do things like taking a mezuzah with you, which is a prayer for those that don't know, or an amulet to protect yourself from harmful spirits, including Dybbuks.
Or you can take kazoo, and that will just really annoy the spirits, and they'll stay well away from you. You don't even know what a kazoo is. I'm looking at your blank face. You don't know what a kazoo is.
I know what a kazoo is.
I bet you've got a kazoo. I bet you've got one there somewhere.
I probably have upstairs somewhere, actually.
Yeah. That's it. Keep me away.
But yes, there's not actually a lot of information around a Dybbuk itself. It seems to be it is mentioned in old Jewish writings, gained popularity in the 1920s, and it's a spirit that seems to be a rather sexual spirit. Because there's not many things on there about it being, there's not a lot. The only sort of spiritual nature it seems to have is possessing things, and can sometimes possess humans.
Well,
and the big negative thing seems to be the essentially raping a woman.
Okay. It's funny you should say that, because it does seem to match up with what Manis said happened to his mum because he initially gave it to his mum as a present, and apparently the first time she opened it, she felt a stiff breeze and immediately suffered a stroke, losing her ability to speak. And it didn't say how old she is, but I imagine that kind of shock would do that kind of thing, especially when you've just opened a box. And obviously, sorry about this, Dan, but it probably explains the strange smells around the house as well. God, we got to cut all this out, seriously. And apparently family members reported nightmare. They all reported the same nightmare of sunken-eyed old women. A sunken-eyed old woman, which doesn't explain why that was being. It can't be that must be a lie, because you just said that they can't be women. So if there's been having a nightmare of the Dybbuk and that's a sunken-eyed old woman, that doesn't go.
It doesn't match, no.
It doesn't match. I think we found a
bit of a loophole here.
Okay, so this one's debunked.
So how much did it sell for on eBay, or couldn't you find it?
I did. It was $280.
Okay.
That's it. $280 back in 2003, which of course 2003 money, that's about $1,700 now. You could buy a house for $280 back then in 2001 or 2003. Let's have a look what else happened here. Oh yes, I found out what was inside the box. So apparently Manus did open the box, but he didn't report any unwelcomed entries. He didn't suffer the stroke, just his mum. He found two 1920s wheat pennies. I don't know what a wheat penny is, if it's a penny that's got wheat on it or made out of wheat. Two locks of hair, one blonde and one brown. A dried rosebud. A four-legged candlestick. A golden wine goblet. A granite sculpture engraved with shalom. Oh, I miss Friday night dinner.
Shalom, Jackie.
Shalom, Jackie. Yeah, God, that program.
Lovely bit of squirrel.
And a small scroll with Shema prayer carved onto the back panel. So that's what it had with it. So it didn't even have any wine in it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty much like my drawer in the kitchen, to be honest. I've pretty much got everything there apart from a gold wine goblet. But I do have a granite sculpture engraved with shalom in there. Don't ask me why.
They could have put some whiskey in there, and then they could have said there was a spirit in there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
everybody listening to this has just gone, oh, of all the things that could have been cut, why didn't he cut that terrible joke out?
Yeah. They're running out of steam. It is 100 degrees in here. That probably doesn't help, does it? Oh dear. I'm just trying to find out how much Zach Baggins paid for it, because apparently he bought it from, I don't know if he bought it from eBay or he bought it from another person from eBay.
Well, the bit that I've got here says that eventually it ended up belonging to somebody called Jason Haxton, who is the director of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine in Kirksville, Missouri. And he started a website that consolidated claims about the cabinet called dybbukbox.com. Now, I'm going to click that to see if that link still works.
Virus.
Yeah, this is where... Oh, no.
When your PC becomes possessed.
It's no longer an active website at all. It reported it. Apparently, that website had hundreds of thousands of hits and created what was described as an internet legend. In 2004, Haxton sold the rights to the story to a Hollywood production company. The film Possession, produced by Sam Raimi, was then released in 2012. Haxton then gave the box to Zach Baggins to display in his museum.
Also, he still owns the box then.
So
he's just got it on loan.
Well, Jason Haxton has apparently given it to Zach Baggins. So I don't know if it's a gift.
And mysteriously died afterwards. Just happened to give the box over, then mysteriously died. Must have been the curse of the box. I can't imagine. Why would you spend that much money on something? Know it's possessed, then give it to somebody who's just going to make a profit out of it. That's a foolish thing. I reckon that something. No, I can't say anything libelous, can I? Make any suggestions? But let's just say what I would have done if I was Zach Baggins and I heard about this bloke with this haunted box and had hundreds of thousands of hits on the website. I would have had someone go over and steal it, bump him off, and pretend the box did it. And then spread the story like this one here, that the store employee's brother committed suicide after knocking the box off a shelf. And later the employee took his life also, but he didn't knock a box off a shelf. So I would have said the same for the guy who actually had the box and now it's my box and he had an accident. Because now I've got a box that's going to make me a rich man. Or I can get rid of my enemies by leaving it on their shelf and let them drop it off. What would you do? Kevin gave it to his mum. Who would you give it to if you had one?
Well, I would just quite like a drinks cabinet, so I think I would keep it myself.
You'd have just chucked everything out that was inside of it and just put some wine in it.
Yeah, and then I could have had a very fancy 1920s style drinks cabinet that people would have looked at and gone, "That's pretty cool." And then every so often, people would turn up and would fall over and die.
And every time someone came, you say, "Yeah, look at my new drinks cabinet. Yes, it came all the way from Nazi-occupied Germany, and it belonged to Holocaust survivors. It had loads of stuff in it. I chucked it all out, but look at my collection of wine."
Yeah.
Yeah, she took it all the way across Europe after surviving. I just threw it all out. There we go.
Well, I was accused.
Heartless, Dan. You're heartless.
To be fair, I was. Somebody did say, a colleague said that to me the other day because I was cleaning out a cupboard at work and just went through it and just went, right, nobody needs that, and just emptied this whole cupboard pretty much into the skip. Anything that was useful or could be reused as something useful was kept, or given to people that I thought would make use of it. But most of it was just put in the bin. And this colleague came to me and went, "What's this doing in the skip?" I went, "Oh, it was in the cupboard. I assumed you didn't want it because, it was left there." "Oh, you're heartless, you are." And I was like, "Yep, well, just tidying up."
Sometimes it's the best thing to do. Just chuck it all away.
Yeah.
Just chuck it all away. All of it. Everything. I found another hole in the story. This is something else that doesn't make sense, right? The lady who brought the box over from Germany to Spain, from Nazi-occupied Poland to Spain to America, right? So she carried it all across the world for like, so that would have been like the 30s or 40s. Not saying, it doesn't say when she left, but it was still Nazi-occupied at the time. So it's, yeah. And then it was sold in 2001. So she's had this box for years and she's never knocked it off, but she lived to be 103. So it didn't give her any bad luck. Then all of a sudden, somebody else has it in their possession and suddenly everybody's dying. And that's even without opening it. Somebody knocks it off a shelf, they die, their family dies, everyone dies. But how come this lady had it for all these years and she lived to 103? It seemed to be quite a healthy box for her.
Yeah. Maybe it's not the box. Maybe there's something that goes with the box that if it likes you, you're safe. If it doesn't like you, no.
Apparently it's what? Do you know what? Kind of knowing what this box does, and the spirit from the box does, I don't particularly want it to like me. Because the last thing I want to do is being entered on a cold night with a stiff breeze. And then smell like fish. It's just never very good. I don't care how much this box likes me.
Oh, no.
What have you found? What have you found? You must have found something else out.
Well, I was just reading about Post Malone, who
Post Malone
in 2018 went and visited the box and was told to not touch the cabinet. And he touched the cabinet and then had a load of bad luck after touching the cabinet.
Yeah. He ended up getting a blind tattoo artist. Which, do you know, you see Post Malone, you think, oh, that's the guy you want your daughter to bring home.
Yeah.
He seems like a really nice fella, but he does look dirty, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks filthy. It's almost like you can smell him from here. But he's supposed to be a lovely guy. I mean, I've seen him with his fans. So he's really thankful. But
yeah, I've seen lots of videos of him where, he is very positive and seems like a very good person. I think it's the image that he's created for himself, the style of music he performs in. You're immediately going to assume the worst of him. And that's just natural. It's just natural human bias, isn't it? So, yeah, but I totally agree. If I saw him walking towards me down the street and I had no idea who he was, I would 100% be like, I don't need to walk this way anymore. Yeah. I need to turn around and go elsewhere.
And I'd say, Post, go touch that box over there. I've got this nice Dybbuk box you can take home with you. Make sure you open it up and put your drink inside it. Yeah, so apparently his planes planes fell out the sky or ran out of fuel, and one crashed, and all sorts of things happened to him. So, yeah, so he claims that was because he touched the Dybbuk box. But the interesting thing about this is, I think until this one came out, nobody had really spoken about these things before. But after it came out and became infamous online, there was a huge marketplace of these haunted boxes turned up online, and going from like $50 to $200 plus $1,000, whatever you can, they would go to. They all had good stories with them. They're all spooky boxes, but there was a real industry in suddenly haunted boxes coming out.
Yes. Well, I've just seen here that in 2019, so this is after Post Malone has touched the box, an investigator called Kenny Biddle decides to look at the Dybbuk box. And he actually went to Zach Bagans' museum in Las Vegas and studied it very closely and went as close as possible to it, exploring the whole thing. He then also got some people to look at the history of the box, the construction of it, and he said it is not a Jewish wine cabinet, and it's not from Spain, because looking at the actual age of it and the construction of the box, it suggests that it's actually just a simple mini bar from New York. So it's actually American made. So that, with it being American made, it's not Jewish and it's not Spanish or European in any way. And then he then goes on to say he believes Mannis made the whole story up, and started the legend was not an account of real supernatural events, but instead a backstory he came up with to sell an ordinary and incomplete minibar.
Why would anyone do that?
Fighting words there, Kenny Biddle.
That is. That sounds a lot of effort for $280.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It sounds like a lot of effort. Who would fake supernatural, paranormal objects for money or clout or fame? Surely nobody would do that.
No, nobody would do that. And then the original owner, would definitely not go on Facebook. So Kevin Mannis would definitely not go on Facebook and say, and this was posted in 2015, if you or anyone else can find any reference to a Dybbuk box anywhere in history prior to my eBay post, I'll pay you $100,000 and tattoo your name on my forehead. Nobody would hint towards it not being real, would they?
No. I mean, that's having someone's name tattooed on your forehead. You've got to be pretty sure that you're telling the truth at that point. But the fact is, this box is the center point is like the featured item in Zach Bagans' haunted museum in Vegas. And you pay extra to go see it and get close to it. And I've had paranormal investigators come and investigating and feeling strange things in a room. And all these people have staked their reputation on it. That all of a sudden, the guy who made it up says, "Hey, I made it up."
Yeah. Well, he did officially fully come clean in 2021. And he admitted to Charles Moss that the box was his own creation. I am a creative writer. The Dybbuk box is a story that I created, and the Dybbuk box story has done exactly what I wanted it to do when I posted it 20 years ago, which is to become an interactive horror story in real time. I added new elements to the Dybbuk book story over the years to help it evolve, keep it relevant, and keep it interesting.
It's amazing. It's so good. I mean, it's just so well crafted that he just did everything right. He just did everything in slowly, just one little story. That's all it took, one story to get this ball rolling. And that reputation started. Like so many of these paranormal stories we see and hear. You know what I keep saying? It's what I keep saying. I say this every week. It's all about the amount of people who experience or report the same thing.
Yes.
Everything, unless 10 people say, I've seen this, or I know this is the truth, they all seem to start with one person telling the story. And this is what this is. This is a modern day example of any of the legends that exist out there. All religions, dare me to say it. that it's basically, a person telling the story.
Yeah,
and then it just
and then
growing.
retelling the story over time. Now, I've come up with an idea. I've got a random pen here. I'm going to create a story and list it on eBay and see if I can sell it for a lot of money. It's a haunted pen. The cap can mysteriously float, and I know this isn't a video, but look, the pen lid flew off. You just witnessed that.
When you say flew
thing.
off, you actually meant just fell. That's, yeah. But yes, it is. I witnessed it too.
Yeah, there we go. The pen lid.
So who possessed it?
This is possessed by
the spirit of Rolf Harris.
Is he dead?
Yes.
That's probably why it was asked me to tie a kangaroo down earlier.
Yes. And no, God, no, let's not start this conversation. I was going to say it could actually have the same effect that the other box had, if you opened it. No, man, seriously. How do these conversations get to this point? I tell you, it's just hot and delirium. That's it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we won't talk about ex-BBC TV presenters.
No, it's always going to be too soon.
And we definitely won't talk about yew trees.
That's pretty what the pencil was made out of. Oh, no, it's a pen, sorry. Okay.
It's fine. I can tell people it's got a core inside that's made of yew.
But yeah, it's great. I saw an interview with Kevin Mannis as well, when he was basically asked, why do people still believe in it? How come there's so many Dybbuk boxes out there for sale now? I don't know. Dan, do you want to have a quick Google to see if there are any still for sale on eBay? But yeah, he said it basically works the same way as Christmas or Easter. It's a story that people just love, and they will continue to spread it and spread, And Christmas brings happiness and joy to a lot of people, and so does a story like the Dybbuk box. It's just haunted boxes. Everyone loves that kind of thing. It would be great. I mean, I'd love one on my shelf behind me that I could tell people it's a haunted box.
We can buy one right now on eBay.
Oh, good. How much?
For £89 and £3 delivery.
So tell me, what's it say?
Let me go to eBay. The pictures of it look horrible. It looks like somebody has... it looks like a man has done something over the top of it. I'll send you a picture in a moment.
That's his ectoplasm.
So
he sprayed his ectoplasm all over it for you.
This haunted Dybbuk box is unopened, containing unknown contents with potential supernatural significance in the realm of occult and witchcraft. Very strange variations of wax on the box. Seen some dirt and dust, but remains unopened for a very long time. Very old Dybbuk box, never been opened. Buy at your own risk. I had this box as part of a collection, but I am now selling items that I own like this. I've had this box in my collection for many years. I'm sad to see it go to a new home. No refunds. Buy at your own risk. The old additional info I have on this item, found in a sale many years ago, but unknown seller back in 2001.
That's great.
Now, the interesting thing, this exact same seller on eBay, who is selling this off, is also selling a haunted baby doll and a haunted lady doll. So,
ooh, lady doll, is that an inflatable one?
No, ceramic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on, but this guy also does not just have one Dybbuk box for sale. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. He's got 12 different Dybbuk boxes for sale.
Wow.
Ranging between £61 right up to £104. Alongside these 2 haunted dolls. I
have an idea, Dan. I think there should be a range of Boo-Foons Dybbuk boxes. Boo-Foons branded Dybbuk boxes for sale on eBay very soon. What do you reckon? if people are buying, how many has he sold? Does it give you the seller's history just to see how many lunatics out there?
Yes, if I figure out how to go back to his seller page, because I've clicked off it now.
Do you know something? I did realise as well. Just this is, do you know, there may be something in this box still because it has brought Zach Baggins some bad luck. It's literally made him into a laughing stock.
This dude has sold 225 things, but it doesn't tell me what, because it's usually in the feedback section. There we go, feedback. It doesn't actually say what the items were that they're giving feedback on. It just says it arrived on time.
Okay.
However, one of the reviews, which was over a year ago, as soon as this arrived, I felt a cold breeze come out of the packaging and took it haunted to church. And you can watch the activity on my YouTube channel. It's very active, and I've seen orbs and other spirits around the box.
Awesome. If that's time for some investigation, I think we contact this, find out how much they're reselling it for. Guaranteed they'll be reselling it.
Somebody else's, again, it doesn't say what they bought, but they've said, thanks, this item is very well made. I still believe, but nothing has happened yet. I would definitely purchase again. When would I expect to see something happening?
But they want to purchase again. They want another one.
And then somebody's then put a negative piece of feedback. Absolute waste of time. Apparently a Jewish curse box, but it has an old English 1 pence inside. This is a scam. Oh dear.
Yep. So
this dude is clearly making a bit of a killing on. Yeah.
So we've discovered that Dybbuk boxes actually bring more good luck and for fortune than bad luck. Unless you're Zach Baggins.
Unless you're Zach Baggins.
Who got suckered into embarrassing himself, telling the world that he had a real haunted box. Only to be shamed on the internet that it was all just a lie and you didn't check. It must be awful to be somebody whose whole reputation is about
ghosts and ghost hunting.
And then it's all just gone.
Yeah.
His whole reputation just thrown away because he didn't research anything.
Yeah, and the fact that his career was basically ghost hunting and paranormal TV shows and all of that, it is a case of suddenly going, yep, this is totally true. And then suddenly, yeah, no, totally made up. It's not real. Yeah.
It's like a classic case of disinformation.
It is.
There could be now, he might have 5 things in his museum that are really haunted, but no one's going to believe anything is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's... But then I guess you can say something like, oh, maybe it was the other objects around that were interfering with my ability to know that it was truly haunted or not.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, apparently he's got a haunted doll in there. Maybe that possessed him to just believe everything.
Yeah, and I did see he's also got the mirror of an actor who played Dracula at some point.
Oh, handy.
So he's got a mirror from a dressing room
of an actor from a film set.
Yes. And
spooky.
The only significance is the actor was playing Dracula at the time of using this mirror.
Oh, God, this sounds like the dumbest museum ever.
Yeah.
The man sounds like a fool to me. I'm sure he's a lovely fella and he knows exactly what he's doing, but what? Why? I know, yes, he has one special item he still needs to get.
Yes.
To make his museum complete, doesn't he, Dan?
He needs to buy my magic pen.
Not magic, haunted.
Haunted pen. It's a haunted pen.
Not a magic pen.
No, that's because I got confused because it's sitting next to the magic pen. The magic pen that changes colour.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I think that's just advanced alien technology.
Yes.
So you can have a pen that you can write in blue, red, green, and black.
Black, yeah.
Yeah. That definitely sounds more like a science fiction realm rather than a paranormal or magical realm. Do you know what? I think this is so hot at the moment. This may be worth painting and passing out somewhere in a cool room.
Yes, well, I don't think there's anything more that we can say about a Dybbuk box.
Apart from it's going to be the toughest edit for Dan so far.
Yeah, well, it's going to be quite amusing because considering we've said about how hot it is, this episode might end up going out in, say, December, and people are like, "What on earth? It's not hot outside; it's cold."
Do you know what? You may have to release in this. This is the first episode then.
Nah.
Well, just confuse them. That'll be mysterious.
We'll just confuse everybody, you know. I'm sure that our listeners clearly know that things have to be pre-recorded for the future.
Or, of course, we could go overseas and be recording on holiday in the Caribbean.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. We're currently in the Caribbean.
Japan. Yeah, or Japan. That's it. Yeah, the Caribbean. Yeah, we're on the beach. Yes, and yeah. Should we start this one again?
Well, I think let's just wrap it up, bring it to an end, because
before it gets any worse.
There's not much else we can say about Dybbuk boxes. So we have been the Boo-Foons, and we continue to be the Boo-Foon mystery investigators. If you don't do so already, do find us on all the social media where we've had extra content. But the place where you can get the best content is our Patreon, where we do put loads of bonus materials there. So do subscribe to that. And before you eat your microphone, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
And we'll be here next week.
We'll be here next week. Yes, it's been lovely. Thank you, Dan. Let's do something really special next week. Just to apologise for this week's.
Boo-Foons, mystery investigators.